The Canadian Grand Prix returned to the F1 calendar after a gap of 2 whole years. The famous street circuit is known to promote exciting racing, so let's take you through the happenings of Friday's practice session in which Max Verstappen was on top of both the sessions. Hello and welcome to Fervent Motorsport, your pit stop for all things motorsport related. If you like our content, do remember to subscribe. Leclerc's grid penalty. Charles Leclerc might start the race on a back foot this weekend. The Ferrari driver had engine issues in the last race, and because of that, the Ferrari team have opted to give him a brand new power unit. They have said that the old one was too far gone. This means that Leclerc will have to take a 10-place grid penalty. This might be increased if the team wishes to change any more parts of the car before the race. Speaking on his penalty, Charles Leclerc said, "Well, obviously I'm starting a little bit more in the back, but I think it was the best decision to make, so let's see how it goes. The overtaking was a little bit more difficult than I expected today, but yeah, I mean the pace is there, so hopefully we can come back to where we want to be." The last time Formula 1 raced at Canada, Leclerc was on the podium with Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel. Could he recreate that this weekend? Ferrari playing catch up. Just 3 races back, Ferrari looked to be in the driver's seat of the Formula 1 championship. However, reliability issues have got the better of the team. The team now have an 80-point gap to the leaders Red Bull. During practice, the Red Bulls were the faster car on the grid, and Ferrari driver Carlos Sainz accepted that fact. He said, "Max looks to be very quick this weekend. He was on it since the beginning, and I think we are playing a little bit of catch-up to him, in both one-lap pace and on long run. But I think with the steps that we normally do into Saturday and Sunday, we can get ourselves up there." Verstappen out in front. In the last 2 weekends, Sergio Perez outqualified world champion Max Verstappen twice. This is the first time since 2018 that Verstappen has been outqualified by a teammate for 2 consecutive races. However, at Canada, the world champion was in a league of his own. Speaking to the press, Max said, "Quite a positive day. Immediately the car was working quite well. And of course, there's always things you're looking to try and find a bit more of complete balance. Overall, today for me was a good start to the weekend." Sergio Perez struggled with setup issues and he finished the second session almost a second off the pace of Verstappen. "We had an issue with the setup, but luckily we managed to find it out, part of it. So I think the long run it was a bit more representative, but still we had an issue there, so hopefully we are able to sort everything. Unfortunately, not much we could do in this session today. I'm a bit on the back foot today," he admitted, "but hopefully tonight we are able to make the right compromises. Definitely Max looks strong out there, so hopefully we are able to be competitive." The Mercedes woes. Mercedes are still looking to create a race-winning car. In the past they have dominated the field, but this season it looks like the tables have turned. Lewis Hamilton ran an experimental flow with a large hole in it to help with porpoising. But apparently that did not help at all and Hamilton was still left rattled by his Mercedes car. The circuit is one that Lewis Hamilton has enjoyed a lot of his success on. He's had his maiden win and first pole position on this track, but this weekend he was in no mood to celebrate. It's not the Montreal that I know, that I'm used to and that I've experienced in my career. It's the worst that I've felt in any car here, so I'm hoping overnight we can try and make some changes. But fundamentally, it's just the fundamentals of the car. It is what it is. It's going to be a struggle. It's just a monumental fight the whole time to keep it out of the wall, he added. When it bounces, the car just leaves the ground a lot, and then when it lands, it grips up and goes in different directions. And you're trying to catch a car that jumps, hops, grips. It's tough. It keeps you on the edge. And there were some big hits today. We've raised the car, but it doesn't make a difference. An interesting midfield battle. The Alpine cars looked like rockets on the straights in Baku, and they have managed to recreate that magic here in Canada. Fernando Alonso was looking quick in FP1, but he will be hoping to continue his form into the weekend. The McLarens too showed strong pace, as did the Aston Martin cars. It will be interesting to see how it pans out as the Mercedes cars struggle to find the pace, which can potentially mean more points for the others. So that was how the practice sessions went. Stay tuned as we cover everything related to the Canadian Grand Prix right here on Fervent Motorsports.